This is probably a work of fiction. Hi everyone, you have found what to play next, where we bring everything that is awesome, and we do mean awesome in gaming. I am your host, Anjinder, if we have not met, and this glorious, glorious human being, the scruffy-looking nerf herder, who is taking us on La Tour, is Louis. You play Louis. You have no choice but to play Louis. So we're gonna crash an upper class party, essentially. They go in there, they run the world, just by socializing, and that's kind of how it was back in the day. Just breaking it down very basically, we live in a world that has 3 dimensions, and there is now the social dimension. It's been that way for 500 years now, something ridiculous. So on, the first level is what you think, on the second level is what you do, and very often what you think will spill into that if you can't actually think it. So you start emoting and things like that. And then the third level is where you actually intermingle with other people and have this epistemological experience. The final level was always considered the occult. So it's mystics, psychics, what we now consider science, because we can track that back to ourselves especially through recordings. So that everybody talks about this communications boom that we have, and nobody examines recording and how we're able to play that back to ourselves, because so many people think of writing as the first version of that. That's not necessarily the case, because humans are so visual that while we kind of like hallucinate and picture what we wrote back to ourselves through fiction, through poetry especially, the emotion needed to be put into that. And that is not the same as looking at a human face or looking at things that you yourself did, even if you're using a prosthetic like a mouse or a game controller to do it. So we are in a self-reflective period in our communications boom that absolutely occludes larger forces like political entities, surveillance, and that sort of thing. We don't have to participate in society anymore. Something that's very embraced in certain Asian cultures, where they have very small space living, and you're encouraged to really use that as a barrier between you and society when you socialize, to remain polite. Remaining polite is so paramount to a lot of people. So you are Louis, very impolite man. You're a member of the Golden Society, which is interesting, or the Golden Order.
What have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Okay, so we have 2 items on the desk and this lock here. It's going to be very simple, apparently. So we observed it. The lock is always in the middle, or on the third row is always set to 9, it appears, because it just gets stuck there. I tried a couple different puzzle solving methods. It starts at 0. Notice something.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up.
So I don't know if it's just
stuck on number
locked
9.
onto this, or if this has a special meaning. Supposedly, that's the code. I don't know why.
Sesame.
Like, why would it be that? I so want there to be an explanation. There had to be something around the office, something that lets you in on that. Oh, also, don't kill the bird. Who knew? I mean, everybody knew, but, I thought there was something in the cage. I was so at a dead end. The guilt, it grips me. Interestingly enough, back in the day, you were actually openly
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
Now we experiment on humans and give those products to our animals. We're in a very different era. Lord Mortimer, I'm ready to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. Let's legislate on a national level, not allow every state. States' rights were a huge sticking point for people. And a little faith of becoming slave hunters, a situation for us to degenerate. Say hi to Elizabeth. Elizabeth passed away. We're actually investigating her murder. Being objective, Lord Mortimer himself is obviously a suspect. I hope this letter will reach you. My hour is numbered. My printing house has been confiscated and imprisoned. Tsarina Catherine should not be alone in banning all Gordon. She's after the Golden Order? Oh my gosh. The horizon has become considerably darker. I hope that you can help me, your friend Nikolai Novikov. Interesting. So these powerful people just kind of have this network.
Weakness of the Human Psyche.
Where they try to sort out all of the things that
he says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in and goes on. There are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
Media.
The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
A huge part of ethics in media is whether or not things are allowed into, for instance, commercials, but also ad placement. Repetition isn't often considered. That's a shape that, for instance, the networks get a hold of. It's a map of the Americas.
This shows the forces present in America.
Interesting. So not a whole lot I can do there. My dear friend, thank you for services rendered. Fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Iran. Ship bound from Marseille in France has been chartered. In a border, a few corpses. Affected with plague. Very careful when handling these boxes. We're spreading the disease all over France. Mohammed El Kabir. Dearest friend, as desired, I've been able to gather my friends to sign the agreement proposed. The Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us for the first time, you'll understand why this name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues. Leonard Bleecker, so he gives the names and addresses. Thanks for your help. We'll soon be able to meet at my place. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. So it looks like Lord Mortimer does travel to advance, you know, his power, basically. Golden Elixir. Another one of those, I can't analyze it. Maybe I can equip a buff.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by our enemy. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Interesting. He's French, so obviously that's his focus. Lord Mortimer, on the other hand, is English. As a friend of China, rest assured you'll be rewarded for your information. Don't need to worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. There's no hope of any arrangements. Qilong, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Interesting. They were required to keep lines open to all sorts of people, and you would have to pretend that you did or didn't like someone, which didn't leave you with a whole lot of options. Frustrating as it might be, etiquette, politics, logic, subtlety, politics, psychology, what do I need? Science, and some linguistics. It looks like you can't switch back and forth on those. I'm collecting random things that I'm hoping will help me along the way. But I'm short, I think it said, policing ambassador, demigod collector, lively healer, dodger, Machiavellian, assertive athlete, veteran. I'm short something that doesn't look like I can buff in order to analyze that. Next use is free. Press 4 to use it. Won't really help me analyze the maps, so I'm kind of at loose ends there, which is frustrating. I have not picked up full golden elixir. This appears to be some of his plans. See if you have the courage to face him.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail.
Oh my god. Now the bird said before he died.
What is she up to?
Left.
Obviously she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
Why are they in a fight? She found the book.
The clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example.
She was trying to basically destroy it.
I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
There's a lot of lying going on. Nobody's quite sure who to trust, which is very normal, because these lines do have to be kept open, so appearances have to be kept up. I mean, that you aren't
something strange about this table.
Someone.
What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here?
All of them,
it's a dissection table.
All of them.
So Mortimer does autopsies here on his desert island. But
desert island.
Who is he doing autopsies
on?
England.
Then? England is not a desert.
The little surgeon's perfect collection.
Use dentist tools to pickle off. You're being judgmental. I suppose it adds verve and vivacity. Examine, difficulty 0.
Looks like obsidian or onyx.
My short effort points or something? I don't understand. Let me look at the symbol in the corner. So maybe restores 2 effort points. The effort is 0. Still can't.
These are feathers.
Punch.
Pigeon, probably.
Really? Maybe snatched a pigeon? Seems like that type to you, huh?
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Doesn't like him. Change your old lock for one of my invention. Drawing inspiration from our doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. There's the model of the new lock. Appreciate my prototype. It all fits together. It should go in the center. Add a bit of spice. Letting him line up with the wheels. The aforementioned lock will open. Judgment of faith. If Snooper is unable to unlock it, they will be punished. I hope you appreciate the irony of the situation. You stop and jump. So we stood the chance of being trapped in here, which would have been awful. Well, we expect a certain amount of subterfuge from our friends at our parties. It's not like it's smelled on. He was most admirable of all the Olympians, the king, unlike its father, Kronos, who used his strength and wisdom equally. So fearing the power of his children and brothers, accepted them, and fears thunder and faces justice. Studies Zeus quite a lot, so it's an interesting. There, the tiger is dying. Cannot hold him off much longer. I need help from the French. Searching my sword. Pack of tarot cards.
Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer?
What's he got there?
That would surprise me.
That surprise me.
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance. That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action.
That's a nice way of
And in the middle, a chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success.
Forte,
to the right,
yes.
The Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Male power.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. 3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
At least that's not 9 inches. Else that would be creepy.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Oh, that's why the pigeon
iron
feathers.
mask. I wonder who it's for.
Alrighty. Be sure to my entire devotion, but then Peasant's tree will soon rise up. So he is intervening in France. That's interesting. He did have Napoleon among his guests, so it's not at all shocking. Be surprised by this. Keep missing this. I just want to pick up the thing. There we go. Just trying to thieve the man. I mean, come on. Are you making it hard on me? Key with an occult fire symbol. Good. We have 1 left. Chest with motif.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Interesting. Use the left key or pick the 2 locks. Let's just pop this sucker open. And then we have the one with water symbols. So now we're good to go, and I can probably bounce up out of this point. Because let's be real here. I mean,
a table of alchemical elements.
Oh,
so, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy?
It was fashionable.
It seems like he's interested in everything.
Yeah, this is definitely the seat of his knowledge. Our plans are going ahead wonderfully. Coinage Act has been voted your project funding the very first Bank of America. Thomas Jefferson. Accept no delays. It's missing. That's interesting. They're building astrology.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
So how do we leave is the question. Guess we're gonna jog this one out. Survey says.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you
How
think?
am I gonna get out of here now?
This is why I love Louis. He's just like the stupidest human being on the face of the planet. Now let's see, it's backwards, so... I mean, I suppose it should still be at 1. This then would be 9. We'll find out. I mean, there's only so many ways to... I'm gonna guillotine... Oh, I did it again. This slides really readily. And we'll try her out. 1611.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Should work. Think about the mechanism as a whole.
The mechanism passes through the wall. The wheels are the same on both sides. Chances are the combination I used on the other side works on this side too.
Okay, so the shape of the cylinders.
These cylinders rotate on the same central axis, so when I enter a number on one side, it corresponds to another one on the other side.
Answer. So we're going
whoa. If the grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date, I'd better not mess up again. I'm sure there's a connection with the date that I've entered earlier to open the door. Maybe I'm not approaching the problem from the right angle.
It was 1191. I have nothing on this. I am going to wind up locked in here. This is horrible. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So I shouldn't have like altered it, or because that's a 9. It's just upside down. I mean, the same answer would be 1191 on this side. It would just be upside down. So I don't know why the mechanism would have jammed on that on the other side then. Seems to rotate freely to me. Okay. Prayer hands,
looks
everyone.
Like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Louis, I'm not buying your showmanship this time. Just die or do or be done. Oh, shit. What are we gonna do with you, Louis? You're not gonna finesse your way out of this.
Wheels are stuck. Shit! I'm cornered like a rat.
Find a way out. Got it. On it. We're gonna wait. We're gonna play the waiting game. This is plan B. My friend.
Someone's coming.
Isn't doing anything, I swear.
Please don't let it be Mortimer.
Just looking for my mom. We English lad like yourself should understand.
Deliberately avoiding me. 4 years ago I was his favorite, but nowadays I have to ask for an audience with his lordship.
Damn it!
Senor. Seems so... Call for help.
Monsieur Peru! It's Mr. Deriche. I'm sort of trapped behind this painting.
What are you playing at, goddammit?
Help me out of here, please.
How can I open it?
There's a pedal under Lord Mortimer's desk. Can you see it?
There's no... Hang on. Yes.
Good. Now press it.
Yeah. Done.
You should see something resembling a frame with numbers. Yes? You have to turn them to set the combination.
Which obviously I knew because I was supposed to be here. It's 1191.
1191.
Reset the trap for the next unwary visitor. I mean, let's be real here. They don't go often. Hi, friend.
Well, well, well. Poking our nose into Mortimer's little secrets, are we?
I was told to do
You
so.
do surprise me.
There were
It's
other
not what you're
adults
thinking.
present.
I'll explain everything.
No, you will not, sir. It has nothing to do with me, and by the way, I never even saw you. So, I'll be on my way now.
Thanks
Like your
again.
style. I owe you.
I'm indebted to you. I won't forget this.
Yeah, goodbye.
It's a bear cop.
I've wasted enough time. I better get moving if I want to find my mother.
So it's kind of impossible not to find Sarah. There's not much in the way of confusion here. Go to the study, straightforward. Get out, straightforward. You find out a lot. I didn't get any information out of Von Woolner. From the nightmare, I got locked inside my secret study. Poisoned Waldo. Waldo, sweetie, I'm so sorry. You were so cute too. No, I'm a horrible person. It'll make me feel better. Like and subscribe. It's totally free, no cost to you. Obviously, we want to see what shenanigans I'll get up to yet. What was I missing? I can't change horses now. So, okay, we have manipulation. We have occultism, erudition, science, and subterfuges. I'm on all sorts of levels with these. 3 points left before level 2, 10 points. 10 points, 11. Do I have 3? Well, we might as well level up there. Science is bit. Benefit from sound cultural background. Observation, it's not the same. Occultism, myths, etc. Secretly steal items. That's been coming in really late. I think I'm gonna buff it so that I can, you know, do this in the future. Why couldn't I analyze? It must be a different skill set, you know? I should have changed the encyclopedia, you know? I like this game in that it plunges you. There's plunging. You just do as well or as awfully as you do. I've nosedived on a couple of things,
This
especially
note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer.
There's no doubt about it.
Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Looks like a statue sword, so it's fairly straightforward. I'm also
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them. We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
There's an
Well, in
original?
any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
It's spears.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Didn't want to interrupt.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
Speak about the stone sword, delve deeper.
I was wondering if you might have seen an object like this here at the manor.
What are you playing at, de Richet?
I'm afraid I can't help you, my
What's my
son.
cough drops
Ask
there?
someone who knows the manor better than I do. One of the servants, for example.
Good call.
One of them is bound to help you.
No, I
Thank you
never
for your
trust
advice, Your
servants.
Eminence.
Delve deeper.
I didn't
into
mean
the-
to spy on you, but you caught my attention.
We're curious people, friends.
Have you brought spears as well, then?
What? Did Mortimer ask you to bring him holy spears too?
Of course.
Yes, but I thought I was the only one. How many of them have you brought, then?
5.
18 in all. Any relic even remotely to do with them, in fact.
18 spears? How many of them exist in all?
No one knows. Especially as there is only one authentic one, of course. That all adds to the mystery, don't you think?
Well, please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Of course. Obviously. We should leave. Terrible people for having been there in the first place. Now we'll go find my mom. There was time to spare. So anyways, I am Anjindro. This is what to play next. You get offered all sorts of choices and opportunities like that. Sometimes they'll make you miss other opportunities in turn. Let's see what they have to offer. An empty room leading to the tower. What's on the next floor down? Oh, fudge. It's down. Senor! Down. There we go. I need to find where this came from. So, it's the salon. Got the service stairs. Portico, library, dining hall. No. What on earth? I haven't been out in the garden yet. Exterior. It's not down by the boats. There's an underground room. There's the gardens. That's about it. So let's see if we can get outside. We need to talk to a servant anyway. So I guess I'll do that next. I'm Anjindro. This is what to play next. We like to bring you everything that is awesome in gaming. This gave you a skill set that you were able to really just explore for the first time, literally ever. We were so excited to do it, you know, to just get in there and have this multivarious, it's like a Joshua tree of choices. And each of them really just expands the storyline and defines yourself as a character, which is the point of adventure gaming. So that was awesome. If you want to play along, link in the description below. It's incredible. The first chapter is free. It's completely standalone, so you can play that for free. Link is down there. Gamer Grind is down there too. We partner with Gamer Co-op. Put your logo on merch, have Gamer Coffee delivered to your door, or buy our What to Play Next merch. We love when you guys talk about us, so definitely do. Liking, subscribing, commenting, that's totally free. So definitely do that. But also down there is our social media links. So KOFI, buy this chick or coffee, $1, make me smile, or hit me up on social media. We love hearing from you. We love that you're always along for the ride, so stay safe, game on, and we'll see you in the next video.